It's getting ready for Froggy Friday. This is BassResinator here. This is not the regular mold that everybody uses for Froggy Friday. Froggy Friday usually involves tree frog molds. The tree frogs are the ones that have little knobs on the ends of the toes, so that helps them grab onto the whatever they're climbing on. It's got like little suction cups on the end. This is like a bullfrog, tiger frog. I got a tiger frog in my mind. I already got the eyes in place. Now this one, you can see, hopefully you can see, there's an area in the mold where the tympanic membranes stick out. So I am going to use my intense chameleon powder, and I'm going to use black cherry for the tympanic membranes. Just a little dab will do me. Sort of like the old Brylcreem commercials. Whoa, that was more than a little dab. Okay, see if I can get down in there. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I will show you as soon as I remove my big paw. There, that tympanic membrane is colored. Now the other side. See, this frog mold has more chin area, and it's hard for me to be able to show you what's going on down inside. Need to get a little bit more of that stuff. The powder, so that I can get it on that tympanic membrane. There. Hopefully you can see down in there. So both of those sides are done. Now cover this up so I don't have a massive spill. I want to dust his head. This is going to be a tiger frog, and they're the kind that okay, if you have something about eating frog legs and stuff, top your ears or cover your ears right now. I used to, when I was a little kid, my parents were missionaries in Mexico, and a lot of the churches that supported them were up in Michigan and northern Ohio. Well, my uncle had a cabin on this lake, and right next, or one end of the lake, was this swamp, and I used to go hunting frogs, specifically tiger frogs, because I liked frog legs. So, sorry if that is offensive to some of you, but I'm not sorry, because I found them to be very delicious. Deliciosos. I also found that I could earn money for whistling. I was sitting out on the deck of this cabin, and I like to whistle. My sister taught me to whistle, and then she said it's no fair, because she taught me how to whistle and how to tie my shoes all on the same day when I was much younger. And I perfected the art of whistling. Oh, I gotta tell a quick story. I sing in a symphony chorale, and there was a song we were doing that required whistling, and the conductor of the symphony, Peter Dabrowski, a Polish born conductor. I'm going to leave that green for just a second. And he said, "Do any of you know how to whistle?" And I did his accent a little bit. And a bunch of us raised our hands, not raised our hand. And he said, "Okay, we're going to have auditions." And so he sat down and listened to us, and a couple people got up there, and they're like, and I'm like, oh no, these people don't know how to whistle for anything. And I felt embarrassed for them. And, oh man. So I get up there, and I can whistle. Okay, my sister taught me how to whistle, and then she said it wasn't any fair because I left her way behind. Because she can whistle, like calling a dog or something. But I learned how to do it with a lot of tunes. Okay, I'm going to start using some black UV resin. And as I continue this story, I'm going to mix it with some stuff. So I sat out on the deck and I was whistling. Well, I'll show you different types of things that I can do whistling wise. If you've ever heard Tchaikovsky's Peter and the Wolf, the little bird Sasha, so yeah, that type of stuff. And I was out there whistling away, and this older guy, you can tell this was much older because it used to be stranger danger, run away. That's what we teach kids nowadays. Oh, Mr. Glitz jacket. I'm going to mix in with this black UV resin. Why? We have to give this frog some nice looking feet. So he's like, "Hey, is that you whistling?" And I'm like, "Yeah." "Can you whistle?" I don't know what the song was, but I said, "Yeah." And so I started whistling. He goes, "Come on down here. I'll give you 25 cents. Now, 25 cents back in the 60s, a lot of money. So I hopped on down to his place, which was a house right on the edge of the lake. And he gave me a quarter, and he goes, "And if I get you to come back out here some other time, I may give you some more." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. I hope this glitter shows through." So yeah, I made some money whistling. Anyway, Peter Dabrowski is in there listening to all these people. And a lot of people, some people were whistling using their fingers, your stick fingers on each side of your mouth. And I'm like, that's not whistling, because you got to whistle in tune. And so I get down there and I start whistling that Tchaikovsky thing, which really impressed him. Poland being real close to Russia, he's like, "Oh, anybody else?" And everybody else that was in line to audition just sort of backed off. They're like, "Nah." So I had a whistling solo. But that all came about from me telling stories about me going hunting frogs up there. Well, he was related to my friend Kirby Rose. My friend back then. I haven't seen Kirby in 50 some odd years. So I don't. This is not staying in place like I want it to. There we go. And so I don't know if that guy's name was Rose as well as. But yeah, in that area where I used to go hunting frogs, there were these tiger frogs. They're green, and they have black splotches, for lack of a better term or word. That is just not wanting to come off that toothpick. What is the deal here? And so it's the green and the black, and it helps them hide out in the weeds. So it's for protection from predator birds, but not Predator Tim, because I would find them. So one of my brothers, I think I've told this story before, but just in case you haven't heard it, you need to hear it again. If you have heard it, you'll probably laugh again. I have two brothers. They're both older. One is 13 years older and one is 10 years older. The brother that's 10 years older is always joking around. And his art of joking is, he says it in a way that you can't tell if he's actually joking or telling the truth. Well, we went to a restaurant up there in Michigan. I'm going to need a little bit more of this. And he asked the waitress, "You have frog legs?" She goes, "Oh, yeah." Well, hop over there and give me a glass of water. Oh, man. Crazy guy. He still jokes. And that UV resin had some sticky stuff. Hope it wasn't UV on the side of it. So I had to go grab a cloth to wipe off my finger that I stuck in it. So yeah, Mr. Glitz jacket. I saw the guy that owns Tropical Glitz, and he walked in on one of his ads, and he's wearing a jacket that's colored like this. And I'm like, oh man, he can get away with that. I wouldn't wear anything like it. Not judging him, it's just that I would be made fun of royally. I say that, and I have this jacket with dogs on it that I wore to one of my concerts that I was conducting. And I had on a robe because my students at that time were wearing choir robes. And they didn't know I had it on. And I have matching pants to it as well. So, you know, I'm a wild and a crazy guy sometimes. But I don't think I could get away with wearing a jacket like this. That's where I was going with that. Okay, now to set that in place, I am definitely not going to make the mistake I made where I didn't cure it from both sides. But I'm definitely going to cure these so that it doesn't go sliding around. I don't know why I didn't mix a bunch more of that green, because I'm going to paint it in for the markings. So it's not going to be a regular tiger. I just realized you were not seeing what I was doing. A regular tiger frog, because his markings are going to be glitzed out. Okay, now get a bunch more of this black UV resin. Now, I just looked on the website, so I could put a link in the description of this video for this black UV resin. And they sell out of this stuff frequently. Well, they're out right now. So if you're wanting this, and this is really good UV resin they have. But they had a sale on them, and they also have a white one. And I thought, well, I want that stuff. And so I purchased it. And now they don't have any more. But I purchased a few bottles. Well, I'm going massive glitz there, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna paint this in place. I don't want to scratch the mold. I have a silicone brush with a little tiny point. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Look at that. Wow. Now I am going to have to turn it this way so that I can actually see what I'm doing down inside. I'm going to make him symmetrical. A lot of times frogs have markings that are not necessarily symmetrical. I'm going to try my best to make him that way. So
Froggy Friday, hopping strong, basses bumping all night long, resonating deep we ride, rhythms taking us on a wild side. Rio Grande, smooth it flow, under stars we glow and grow, valleys heartbeat in our veins, music dancing through our brains. Froggy Friday, let it bounce, BassResinator, hear that sound. In the valley we get down, hopping all around this town. Cypress trees and neon lights take us higher through the nights, echoes bouncing off the skies, grooving under Texan skies. Froggy Friday, hopping strong, basses bumping all night long, resonating deep we ride, rhythms taking us on a wild side. Rio Grande, smooth it flow, under stars we glow and grow, valleys heartbeat in our veins, music dancing through our brains. Froggy Friday, let it bounce, BassResinator, hear that sound. In the valley we get down, hopping all around this town. Cypress trees and neon lights take us higher through the nights, echoes bouncing off the skies, grooving under Texan skies. Moving through this foggy haze, Froggy Friday ain't no phase. Let's keep hopping till we blaze. Let's keep hopping till we blaze. We blaze. Froggy Friday, hopping strong, bass is bumping all night long. Resonating deep we ride, rhythms taking us on a wild side. Rio Grande, smooth it flow, under stars we glow and grow. Valleys heartbeat in our veins, music dancing through our brains. Froggy Friday, let it bounce. BassResinator, hear that sound. In the valley we get down, hopping all around this town. Cypress trees and neon lights take us higher through the nights. Echoes bouncing off the skies, grooving under Texan skies. Froggy Friday, hopping strong, bass is bumping all night long. Resonating deep we ride, rhythms taking us on a wild side. Rio Grande, smooth it flow, under stars we glow and grow. Valleys heartbeat in our veins, music dancing through our brains. Froggy Friday, let it bounce. BassResinator, hear that sound. In the valley we get down, hopping all around this town. Cypress trees and neon lights take us higher through the nights. Echoes bouncing off the skies, grooving under Texan skies. Froggy Friday, let it bounce. BassResinator, hear the sound. In the valley we get down, hopping all around this town. Jumping in the moonlit craze, moving through this foggy haze. Froggy Friday ain't no phase, let's keep hopping till we blaze. Let's keep hopping till we blaze. We blaze. Froggy Friday in the air, chasing dreams without a care. BassResinator humming loud, rolling through a Texan crowd. Rio Grande flowing free, sunset skies for you and me. Desert whispers, tales untold, silver nights and hearts of gold. Froggy Friday, let it rain, voices echo, let them sing. Under stars of Rio's gleam, life's a never-ending dream. Tumbling sagebrush in the wind, every moment hope rescind. Harmony in every sound, bass vibration shaking ground. In the valley, life unfurls, simple joys and dusty worlds. Water's life and songs they weave, memories we can't believe. Froggy Friday, let it rain, voices echo, let them sing. Under stars of Rio's gleam, life's a never-ending dream. Tumbling sagebrush in the wind, every moment hope rescind. Harmony in every sound, bass vibration shaking ground. In the valley, life unfurls, simple joys and dusty worlds. Water's life and songs they weave, memories we can't believe. Green, green, ringing green.
Okay, that guy came out from under the lamp, and I am going to use the gold intense chameleon for under his chin. I don't know if you've ever seen bullfrogs and stuff whenever they underneath, when that pops out, it is a yellowish color, pinkish yellowish. Well, I'm going to use gold since we're going this really pretty intense colors. Might as well go the whole way, huh? The whole 9 yards. You know where that terminology came from? Fighter planes. They have in their bullets, they come in strips, and those strips are 9 yards long. Cool, huh? Learn all kinds of stuff from the History Channel. I hope I'm getting all of this in there. It looks lighter, but I don't know if that's, and I can't tell because this thing, I think I did it. But now I'm looking down in there. I think I need to go a little bit more green on his nose. So, oh, that's the cherry. The black cherry. Just a touch more to touch up, to dust his nose or powder the nose. Stop moving around. I need it up like this so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, now you are going to, I hope you are going to, I'm using Istoyu resin. That's not necessarily why you're going to love this, but Brewery's Shimmering Cobalt Green Alcohol Ink. I've already mixed it up. Let me move this guy out the way. Look at the effect. Instead of just dumping it on the top, this thing is going to be glitzed because of those lines with that tropical glitz metal flake in that black UV resin. Look at that. Let me scoot it a little bit further. Whoa! Watch it. Isn't that beautiful? Well, this frog is going to be beautiful. Beautiful, I say. Yes. Why do they always make, like on Batman and stuff, the evil guys come up and they talk like this? Just because I can do it, it makes me sound evil. No, don't want to be evil. Okay. I mixed this up about 5 minutes ago, and there's still a couple bubbles that came up. So now I'm going to start pouring on his hind leg. Oh man, can you see this? Now his head, you're not going to be able to see this. But all of the rest of the open areas, you definitely will. Oh, this crazy table, which is balanced, it is level, but it's not micro level. So I need to go with cardstock. That's how just a little bit of cardstock will hold it so that it's level. Now this has the look almost of mica, but it's not. It's from alcohol ink. Isn't that amazing? I also found that Let's Resin has some metallic alcohol inks. I'm going to get those toes. I know I have UV resin in them, but I want to make sure there's a little bit of overlap so that the epoxy resin has something to hold on to and make the two become one. Oh, that sounds like marriage right there. The two became one. Looks like I can put a little bit more here to fill up that back end. But this is, you are so beautiful to me. Now look at that. It's acting like it needs another piece of cardstock, which I actually have. I have a little bit of that left over. Maybe I have enough for one of those little tree frog molds. That'd be pretty, huh? Okay, let this cure up, and we shall have our next installment of Froggy Friday. Okay, we'll see you on the unmold or demold or exfoliate this mold from his skin. See ya. This guy is cured up. I think I'm gonna have to trim around his toes where some of that UV resin missed. Oh, come on now. And those toes are long and slender. Okay, now get this thingy. That's loose, loose, loose as a goose. How funky is your chicken? How loose is your goose? That was an old cheerleader cheer from when I was in high school. Actually, I think it was in junior high too. Okay, so now everything's loosened on this side. Look at his throat. Look at that marking on his back. His tympanic membranes. His eye. What happened to his eye over here? Looks like it slipped down. Well, we'll just say he's got it. He's blinking. Let me trim those. I'll be right back. I'm going to trim his toenails. Okay. Toenails trimmed. Those are still sticking up. You know, I'm thinking I need to... thought about possibly doing his nostrils, but no, I don't think I want to do that. Yeah. Tiger frog. Look at that. If the sun were up, that would look amazing. That eye is just really creepy. I think it pulled away from the edge, and I can see the iris in there. And I think some of that green, metallic green got in there. See, he's got his eye closed. Do you know frogs have those double layer eyelids? He's just got one of them closed. That's what it is. Yep. That one's open. Yeah. Okay, I'll get some stills and we'll call it a day. Be sure to check in on the other people participating in this Froggy Friday collaboration. There's always something new and exciting and really cool. So, yep. We'll see you.